Kyle, what are you most thankful for this Thanksgiving?
I'm thankful that I get to be your bartender and do the show every week.
Oh my God, Kyle, that's so nice. I thought you were gonna say booze.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's definitely booze.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Hey everyone, welcome to Semi-Elite. I'm Susannah Collins. Oh my God, Thanksgiving is just a few days away and I am so excited. This is my favorite holiday. It's the best, right? It's nothing but football and food and sweatpants. This also marks the beginning of a month-long stretch where I can totally justify watching Christmas Vacation on a weekly basis. It's a gift that keeps on giving the whole year. So inevitably, when we think about Thanksgiving, we think about the food, right? So I thought today it might be fun to kind of do a little NFL Thanksgiving mashup where we compare NFL teams to traditional Thanksgiving dishes. And no, ambrosia salad did not make this list because not even the 49ers deserve to be compared to that garbage. All right, so it makes sense to start with the turkey, right? And for me, the turkey is the Patriots. Always a little dry, always a little boring, always good looking. Hey there, Tommy boy. And always the goddamn star of the show. Why can't you just share the spotlight for once? Up next, my personal favorite, mashed potatoes and gravy, which totally represents the Panthers, right? So smooth, so creamy, so satisfying. You always want more, which is basically how the entire world feels about Cam Newton and the Panthers right now. And if you don't, what the f is wrong with you? Next up is stuffing, which is totally the Cardinals because I forget how much I like stuffing until I eat it. And that's exactly how I feel when I watch the Cardinals play. It's like they kind of fall off my radar for a little bit and then I see them and I'm like, whoa, they're a really good team. Seconds? Hell yes. And how about cranberries? The Seahawks are totally cranberries. A little bit sweet, just like their coach, a little bit sour. Week 1 loss to the Rams. You probably don't really like them on their own, but when you mash them up with everything else, it's pretty delicious and you realize how much you want them around. Especially for those day after Thanksgiving turkey sandwiches that you make with the leftovers. Oh, so good. We're moving on to pumpkin pie, which for me is the Bengals. Now I'm gonna say something controversial here. I don't like pumpkin pie. Every single year I try it, I give it a whirl, I take a few bites and I'm like, nah, not for me. I know there are plenty of people who love pumpkin pie, but for me, it just does nothing, which is exactly how I feel about Cincinnati. I'm an apple pie gal, what can I say? And finally, green bean casserole, which is obviously the Packers. It's fine, it's tradition, it's kind of gross to look at, green and gold. Ugh. You have a few bites, you feel bad about yourself, and then you want to puke, which is exactly the way the Packers make me feel.
Did you just bath?
A little bit.
Well, keep it in your mouth like a lady. Good girl.
So speaking of the Packers, on Thanksgiving, they've got a pretty big game against, oh hey, the Chicago Bears. Yep, that's right. Thanks a lot, NFL, for basically ensuring that everybody in Chicago is gonna have a miserable holiday. You're the best. So the Bears' prospects in this game are scant at best, but based on this heated rivalry alone, it could actually end up being a pretty good game. So in the spirit of Thanksgiving and fraternizing with our enemies, here are a few things to look for in this one. Number 1, the Packers' run game. The Packers desperately needed to get that run game going with Aaron Rodgers struggling and a banged up receiving core, and Eddie Lacy finally looked like the old self when he racked up 100 yards against the Vikings on Sunday. So look to the Packers to keep that running attack going and for the Bears to try to shut it down. Number 2, Jay Cutler's protection. Remember that old nursery rhyme about the little girl with the curl or something like that? And when she was good, she was really, really good, but when she was bad, she was horrid? Yeah, that's Jay. Except he's a boy, you know. For as good as Mr. Fourth Quarter can be, he can also become Mr. Turnover very quickly, and that usually happens when he's scrambling and under pressure. The Packers defense had 6 sacks against Teddy Bridgewater on Sunday, so that Bears O-line needs to get their shit together. Otherwise, it's gonna be a long day for Cuddy. Number 3, emotions. This is a heated rivalry, and the Packers want nothing more than to embarrass the Bears on Thanksgiving in a nationally televised game on a day when they're also honoring a certain former quarterback named Brett Favre. Again, thanks NFL. And the Bears, who desperately need a win to keep their very slim playoff hopes alive, they want nothing more than to stick it to this team who has held them winless in 10 of their last 11 meetings. Oh yeah, shit is on. The team with the cooler heads will prevail.
Last call.
Last call. All right. So for this last call, I'd like to give a shout out to a few folks that I am thankful for this year. Number one, obviously my family, who are awesome and they don't get mad at me when I swear on camera. Number two, the fine folks at SB Nation who decided it was a really good idea to give me my own show where I talk to puppets. Still trying to figure that one out. I don't know.
Hey, you're a puppet.
Okay, yeah, and of course I am thankful to the 35 of you out there who actually watch this show. I so appreciate it. You guys are the best.
What about booze?
Oh yeah, of course, booze. I am always thankful for booze. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Say no to green bean casserole and the Packers. Go Bears.